What's up? Good evening. Another day. Another day. I am making some traction. And that's the main thing that I wanted to share today. And I was just going for a walk before this. And my brain came up with this association. And I feel like this is going to be such a niche analogy. But if you've ever driven a manual car or a motorcycle, you know about the clutch and the friction zone. And it feels to me like right now I am letting out the clutch a little bit and just starting to like feel that give, feel that friction. And I think the point that I wanted to maybe not make, but the thing that came to mind was stopping to recognize the is meaning the right word? I'm not sure it is, but like the meaning of that moment. Because it feels like the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've just been clutch in, like engines revving, and just like nothing's happening. But it's all just that stored energy, and then you start to let it go, and then you start to like feel that that pull. I feel like I'm right there. And this morning, so for some more context, not sure how far to go back, but I've been building this software, and the past 2 to 3 weeks I've been working on scaling it from good old JSON files. And I integrated a database, and basically it helped, but it didn't. Because the scale of the data that I'm now accumulating and processing basically is to the point where queries were just taking forever to load. At one point, I had 9 million videos in my database, and then I switched over to a different database. I'm now at, I think, just over 3 million. And so basically, any type of query is just nuts. Takes so long to load, and my web server process just times out. And I think there are two main, maybe three main things that need to be fixed. Channels. I have a handful of pages. Channels, video ideas, videos, formats, and comments. Not all of these are, I've moved to server side pagination, but the channels and the videos I for sure have. I think the formats. And this morning, I completely revamped how I get channels to be basically one big efficient database query. And before that, I was basically just, I mean, there's more nuance to it, but basically just fetching all of the 200,000 channels, loading them into memory, and then scanning through them, like filtering and sorting and searching and whatever. Um, and now all of that is done basically in one big database query. And this afternoon, well, I started this morning, but this afternoon I'm not quite finished, but I'm finished enough that I tweaked a bunch of stuff and did the same thing for the videos. put it all into a big database query, which is much more efficient than doing anything in memory. And it works. Well, before you get all excited, it works locally on my MacBook. And the reason to get excited about this is that I fixed it so that it is basically at parity with what it was before. So like the page works, all of the functionality, all the search, the filters, whatever, sorting works. I haven't tested it on my production server yet with the 3 million video records and climbing, but that will be tomorrow. And so again, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, but tomorrow may be the day that things are working again. And I think I'm going to have to do the same thing for formats. And I still have some other little things to clean up. I'm in no way, shape, or form done. But going back to what I was talking about at the beginning of this video, it's like starting to let the clutch out and you start to feel the friction between the sciencey, mechanic-y, automotive explanation words. You start to feel that movement forward, and it's not like a dopamine good. It's not like a serotonin good. It's like a back of the head. It's like a cognitive, I don't even know. It feels good, you know? It feels good to think about. And I think rather than good, it's more meaningful. Because, and maybe this will probably be more relatable to those watching. You're seeing the result and the rewards, the fruits of the sacrifice that you made. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Gonna bang this out. Get back to a functioning web server. So anyway, that's about it. Still in Denver. I don't know when I'm leaving. Maybe I'll leave tomorrow. Maybe I won't leave tomorrow. I literally don't know. See you tomorrow.